It's episode 80, and GRG is extra grumpy tonight with special guest Valiant Victory. Lala shows some love for the Xbox phone app. The Atari box gets a new name, and some surprising specs. Destiny gets a major update, and it's surprisingly not a Battle Royale mode. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum. Sea of Thieves is out. Is this the booty that GRG is looking for? All this and more on the only podcast for the gaming crowd that's about ready to trade in their joysticks for canes. The ReaperCast.
Round one, fight!
The Grim Reaper Gamers are a 25 and over gaming community with members spanning the globe, playing games across all genres, but our roots are in first-person shooters. Bring your thick skin, drink of choice, and grab your controllers. GRG members are on nightly with official community nights every Wednesday. And now, it's time for the ReaperCast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Grim Reaper Gamers ReaperCast. A little bit of a different lineup tonight for episode number 80 as we talk about some of the big releases of the week and, among other things, some ranting. So let's go without further ado. Jammer is out tonight. He is trying to piss a boulder. So we are wishing him well. Hopefully everything goes well. Get well soon, Jammer. We'll see you in 2 weeks. So second chair is the grimmest of all Reapers. He is the head Grumpkin. He is the man behind the tomato meter. Lala Calamari. Jack, how the hell are you? What you drinking? What you playing?
Well, I'm drinking some crazy-ass big bottle of, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it's a Belgium farmhouse ale, Vale Provision. I don't know. It's really good. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with Belgian-style beers. Go for it. Enjoy it. What am I playing? Well, I rage quit all Battle Royale games. I'm not even going to call them Royale, just Royal now. I'm done.
You're going to have half the goddamn clan after you.
No, I haven't. I've been playing a lot of PUBG, and I guess karma's kicking my ass because was it last Tuesday? I got 2 chicken dinners in a row, and then every game since then has been pure and utter shit. Just garbage games. You land in and you die right away. Just trash.
Well, I wasn't even talking about uninstalling them. I was talking about your pronunciation. That would piss everybody off.
Royal? I'm not even going to call it Royale. I'm so mad at the game. So, yeah, I've been playing a lot of that, Call of Duty. That's pretty much it right now. But I'm probably going to put PUBG on probably a one-night rotation. I need to get some breathing room from that game. It's make my blood boil.
All right. What doesn't make your blood boil, Jack?
Not much. But yeah, that's you know what it is. I mean, you land into the town, and you know you have people around you, and you go through 3 or 4 buildings, and you can't even find a weapon to fire back with, and it's just next thing you know, some guy comes in with M16 and mows you down, and that's that.
And you're effed.
Oh, it pisses me off so bad.
All right. And in the third chair, since Jammer is out tonight, we have got a returning guest who has come in to save the day, get us a third person, kind of balance out for Jack here. Whoa. And that person is Valiant Victory. Valiant, how the hell are you? What you drinking and what you playing?
I am drinking a not your father's root beer. Might have been what I had in the last cast. And as many of you know, I'm playing Destiny and not much else.
Always in on Destiny. We got some news on that a little bit later on. So, okay, speaking of what doesn't piss you off, Jack. I mean, you got to narrow it down to one tonight. What's your rant?
Just one? That sucks.
Yeah.
I actually had 2, but I'm going to hold off on the other one for another time. Right now, it's a really a basic rant, but it's something that really pisses me off. The Xbox app on your phone, and just getting to your clubs. Like, you want to browse your clubs, you want to set up a looking for group for your clubs. I fire up my phone to create a looking for group so I can invite all GRG to my game session. It takes me at least 3 clicks to finally get to my clubs. You bring up Xbox, you go sign in your profile, and then you click on clubs thinking the first thing you would actually see is the list of clubs you belong to. No, that's not it. It shows you recommended clubs. It shows me a club of somebody that I would never join this club. It happens to be a few GRG members or members of some club. No interest to be. It's always the first one there. And I'm like, why is this one showing there when I'm not getting the one that I'm the mod of? I want to get direct access right to my club so I can go and click create this job. I literally have to click 3 or 4 different buttons. And you know how long that app takes.
Oh,
it's like a week.
And there would be my rant if I had a rant about the Xbox app.
Oh, it's just terrible. But that's, just basic real quick. I don't understand that. To me, you're clicking on clubs, you belong to clubs, you actually moderate a club. Those should be the ones you see first, not recommended clubs or, what game, they have clubs for Sea of Thieves or for PUBG. No, I want mine. Really, it's simple UI change. Reverse that order. Show mine first, and then below that, recommend me some clubs. I'm okay with that then.
So it's safe to say that the Destiny app is better than the Xbox app.
I don't use the Destiny app either. That's why I promote people to mods for the Destiny clan, so I don't have to deal with that shit.
But I hate the last I used it. Yes.
Third-party clan apps, they can go suck. I do enough work with GRG.
So many. I'm surprised you could really narrow down one rant out of that Xbox app, really. But there's so many other things. That's just the one thing that got to me. I was setting up, I think a Fortnite or a PUBG room, and I was just spamming the group, and I'm sitting there banging away at it. It just was ridiculous. It just takes too long.
And it's not super intuitive, unfortunately. Really, when you're in that app, it's like, how do I get to here? How do I get to there? You push on the button, and it gets you to some wrong thing before it gets to the right thing.
Sure. And like I said, like the one thing it shows is, it's a club that I would never join, and it shows first every time. It just irritates. I'm easily irritable.
Well, that you are, but you have a valid point with this app as well. Yeah. So, all right. So let's get over to let's talk about community night. Wednesday night is our usual community night, and we have all kinds of events on grimreapergamers.com/events, or check out the forums at forums.grimreapergamers.com. PUBG, Fortnite, Sea of Thieves has entered the fray. Destiny, we're seeing plenty of events. Call of Duty is, of course, the mainstay on a lot of nights. We got Monday nights where we have PUBG and other battle royale games and Call of Duty going on. We've had Sea of Thieves last week a few times. Destiny, Valiant's always running people through. Got consistent players going there. A lot of stuff going on every week. Again, check it out at the site.
Yeah, and it's really important to check out the site, the forums, and the events, because we're going to start sprinkling in different games throughout the month, maybe some lesser play games. I'd really like to get a monthly Battlefield night or Battlefront night, games that we don't typically play all the time, but may want to revisit, like a Grand Theft Auto night or some nonsense. So it's really important to check the sites, and it's more important to sign up for the events so that we know people are interested.
Well, right. Sometimes, we need more than one leader for certain types of events, so it's nice to have people say, hey, I'm going to be there. More than once, we've had a bunch of people just show up, which is kind of great, but it's good to know so we can plan, so we can have some more leadership if we need it.
Sure, if you need to break out to a second room or something, say you're playing Destiny PvP, 4 players, and 6 guys show up. And say, well, hey, we could have been nice to get a second party lead going.
Well, especially with the smaller squads. Your battle royale games are 1, 2, and 4. Your Destiny, you got 4 or 6. You got 4 for Sea, up to 4 for Sea of Thieves. You got, Call of Duty's the one. And GTA has a little bigger rooms available. Call of Duty has really big rooms available, but you don't always have that. Yeah. So we need to know who's playing so we know how to squad out, especially on those really small squad-based games.
Call of Duty killed the ground war, so we're back to 6 players. So it's larger than most, but still only 6 players.
Right.
Unless you go.
Well, private room. Yeah, I guess I was thinking private room also. We got a lot of cases there, where, we get a big old room of people together. So, but anyway, again, at the forums, forums.grimreapergamers.com or grimreapergamers.com/events. Let's get into news. We got a load of news coming out. Crazy amount. Rumors have it Assassin's Creed 2019 is looking at ancient Greece as their location. Jack, I think you got a little bit of information on this one, don't you?
Yeah, all I got to say about that is...
This is Sparta!
Seriously, we had a news item just for a damn...
We had a news item just for soundboard. That's pretty much it. No, I'm just thinking, there's really not much news on it yet, so it's just kind of the announcement, kind of the leak. But I think it'd be kind of cool to recreate the 300 Spartans versus the Persians. Relive 300. I just can imagine what that would look like with the new Xbox X. Running a new engine for Assassin's Creed Origins. The last game looked phenomenal. It looked really incredible. So it'd be really exciting to see it as as a Spartan.
Is there discussion about being multiplayer as opposed to single player like most of the other Assassin's Creeds?
No, it'll probably be just single, but I don't know. All I know is the other thing is
Tonight, we dine in hell!
Jesus Christ.
That's all I have for that.
Oh, my God. God, you got to love technology with these shows, don't you? All right, moving on. We got PUBG, a couple of little bits of news there. We got the test patches out on the test servers. I know that much for the weapon skins. And the other bit is the new smaller maps meant to probably get you all crammed together a lot quicker.
Yeah, you know what? There's the test patch for the weapon skins. I'm just wondering if I can get a pink stripe gun, AK-47, to match the 50 pink stripe shirts that game gives you. It's no worth for clothing skins, like the outfits and stuff like that. It's terrible. It's not even enjoyable to open up that stuff and play dress up Barbie. And so many cool things they could do with it. Like you can create Terminator skins or stuff like that. Commando from the we're talking like 80s action, Arnold movies, all the different characters like the Running Man. And they really blew it. So I was looking at some of the skins. They showed a couple of the skins, and it looked kind of neat. It's going to be the bullshit like the gold AKs and whatnot. So
yeah, there is going to be a gold thing, right? Golden guns, golden guns, something or other. Yeah, I did hear about that. That could be cool.
And then the other map, the smaller map is, I think they're getting their ass whooped right now by Fortnite, really bad. So this is their answer to that. So they're going to give you a smaller map, drop 100 people in, quick rounds, and fast action. Because Fortnite, the amount of time it takes a Fortnite game to run versus PUBG. PUBG is you can spend a good 30 plus minutes banging that out. I don't know how long it takes. Forever. Most of that time you don't even see people, or at least in Fortnite, smaller map, the same amount of people, and it's just constant
10
action.
minutes. Yeah. Much more likely to die quick, though.
Yeah. There's a lot of times you jump in, you land, you die, and
we're GRG. What do you expect?
I was so mad for Fortnite the other night. Well, not mad, but just disappointed. I got the second, and I thought I was going to get the first place. I was fighting a guy, and I didn't realize it was just my own stupid fault. My head was peeking up over my little fort I built. I was all impressed with the fort I built. I built real fast. I was in real good position. I had good weapons, all purple weapons. And I was trying to gauge where the next circle was going to be, and I get sniped or I get headshotted. I'm like, God damn it. I was like, no. I'm like, I thought I was safe. Just a stupid mental lapse.
But that's a third-person problem, right? Because you're third person.
That's a me problem. That's a me sucking problem. So I don't know if I could fix that. I was so close I could taste it. I was like, I'm going to win. I'm going to get this guy. I'm going to do good. Damn it.
Dead.
Shit.
Oh, Lord. All right. A little bit of a follow-up on something we talked about several shows ago. We had talked about Vivendi trying to stage a hostile takeover of Ubisoft. I believe I went on a rant because I hate Vivendi for killing Sierra Online years ago. So that one really pissed me off. We are happy to report, or at least I am, here at GRG, that Vivendi failed to take over Ubisoft, which is good because, let's face it, I mean, Ubisoft's actually starting to get into a pretty decent groove lately. It would really suck if Vivendi just took them over and killed it, which is what they do. They take a game company, they kill it. I mean, EA has this reputation. Vivendi was doing this well before EA ever killed studios.
Yep.
So
I think the detail of my accountant brain was reading something on this, that the deal was Ubisoft got their shares back, and there's like a 5 or 10 year agreement for Vivendi not to buy any more shares of theirs for that period of time. So that's pretty aggressive. That's pretty harsh, but that's good.
Good.
Because
Hopefully
we don't want them there.
Yeah, hopefully Vivendi dies a slow, painful death in that time. I will never forgive them for what they did to Leisure Suit Larry. Fuck them.
You sound like you caught the Grumpkin.
Oh, I hate Vivendi. Hate them.
Well, they killed King's Quest. Remember King's Quest?
King's Quest, Space Quest, Leisure Suit Larry. They killed. I mean, Sierra Online was so fucking good. And then Vivendi,
in the 80s.
Yes.
But yeah.
But then Vivendi took them over and it died. So,
you could make a Leisure Suit Larry game now.
Well, they did the remaster. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, it'd be tougher. Well, first off, you should never make one without Al Lowe. I mean, Vivendi tried to do that, and that was just trash. So, I was glad that was dead. New news, Elder Scrolls Online, Summerset Chapter. Jack, this one's your baby. It's ESO.
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite MMO on consoles right now. I have like 1 million hours in it. And I just wrapped up the last DLC, the paid DLC, which took me forever to get through, but I started on one character and then went back and finished it on another. So what this is, the Summerset Chapter, and Chapters is basically their paid version of DLC, and usually it's pretty massive. This is not going to be included with ESO Plus. So if you're an ESO Plus subscriber, they usually, every once in a while, they come up with new DLC included with that subscription. This is different. This is a much larger expansion. This is a true expansion.
Like Morrowind, you had to pay for it.
Oh, yeah, yes, and it's the same concept. This DLC, it'll take place on Summerset, the home of the High Elves, which is my first character is a Sorcerer High Elf. He's awesome, the best. And there's a bunch of new different shit into it, like a new Sijic Order, which I think I pronounced it right. I'm sure Lone Wolf will correct me about that. Go hear about it later. And then with that, it will be a new skill line with new abilities and whatnot. They're introducing finally jewelry crafting, so you can actually craft jewelry. And I'll get Nail Bunny to make me all new jewelry, necklaces, and rings for my characters. He'll begrudgingly do so. New Trial, which is their raid. So it's a 12-person raid. So they're going to add that. Obviously, new dungeons and delves and whatnot. And at the moment, if you pre-order now, there's a bunch of shit they give you, like a mount, some costumes and whatnot. They will give you Morrowind DLC for free. So if you don't own Morrowind, you pre-order now, you get that. So you can pre-order the digital standard edition for $30. It comes with Summerset and all the extra pre-bonus shit that comes with it, and it comes with Morrowind. And that's fantastic. If you don't own Morrowind, that's a fantastic offer. You cannot beat that. If you
that's
like
a deal.
ESO and you play it, it's so worth it.
I'm going to play it. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely...
I pay $15 a month to play it. Or $15 a month to not play it a little bit.
It sounds like a great deal. I mean, damn, $30 for all that. That's a shitload of content. I mean, Morrowind's a lot of content.
It took so long for me to get through that. And I got pretty obsessed with trying to finish it out. Just all the stories, all different quests. I still haven't done the dungeons and whatnot. And it took a couple weeks of, a few hours every night banging at it. There's so much to do. The story's so well done. So I'm really looking forward to Summerset. This is definitely, I already pre-ordered it. And I actually got the collector's edition because I got some extra shit they throw at you, some stupid horse. And I'm a sucker. You throw a mount at me and I'll do it. So
Yeah,
I'll
give
just,
him a horse, he'll buy it.
Yeah, it's exactly
It doesn't
what
matter
it
what
is.
game
I mean,
it is.
You know, I'll pay for that extra
Could-
stupid horse. I probably wouldn't even use it. It looks kind of goofy. But
Could be
I got it.
Madden. If they put a horse in there, he'd buy it.
Yeah.
Well, just think when it comes out, there'll be a new horse that he can upgrade at Wang. Right?
Yes.
And have a new
I
character.
already have- well, I can't wait. I'm close to my warden is almost done. You guys are slackers. You guys don't log in daily. Every
Almost.
day. Every day.
Oh, good Lord.
Log in. Upgrade.
All right, so keeping along the lines with MMO, although this one's a little bit lighter on the MMO side. Valiant, this one's for you. Big Destiny Sandbox update. Now, from what they're saying, 1.14 is the last planned update before Expansion 2. Is that correct?
So yeah, this is the last planned update before the next expansion. So the next one, we don't have a date yet, but my guess is this is going to drop tomorrow, and then the next 4 weeks we're going to hear all about, what's coming out. What we think is going to be like May 12 is the predicted date by all the, smart people online. But the big thing, this is supposed to be a big deal because most people that play Destiny regularly or that have left have a Uriel's and a Nameless Midnight and probably some rocket launcher, and they're all set, right?
Yes.
Well,
that
that
is
all
correct. That's exactly what I have.
And most people that are still playing are still using those. That all changes tomorrow. And originally, the smart people were saying, they're going to nerf the autos. They're not going to nerf anything. They're nerfing nothing. They're just buffing everything except for a few things. So you're going to run faster. Your super's going to charge faster. Your grenades are going to charge faster. Your pulse rifles are getting a huge buff, and your hand cannons are getting a huge buff. And then everything else is getting kind of a middle level buff. So it's going to make everything super. And there was a 3-minute video that I posted in the forums that was from a dev, and he was really just saying, "Look, we want you to feel like heroic. We want it to feel awesome." And he made a kind of a funny self-deprecating joke about like, how bad could it be? And there was a little snippet of a video showing a bunch of lasers. And some of you may remember there was a little laser bug that happened in December when Osiris dropped. And that's what this could be. It could be a total backfire, but it'll be fun to play while it's out if that's the case. So no matter what, if they did it wrong, it'll be fun. If they did it right, it'll be fun. So I'm all about this. I think tomorrow's gonna be the day to like try it out, go dust off your character and have some fun with it.
I thought it was pretty funny how he was going on about what's the worst that could happen? Throw another bug in the game, Guy was taking a shot at their own selves. He's like,
well, you know what? Self-depreciation goes a long way. And especially with how kind of, how the community's been a little split over this game. I think that's probably a good idea to get a little bit of self-deprecation in there to kind of soothe things a little bit. I think that wasn't a bad idea, as far as getting that way. And hopefully this adds something and gets some of the player base back.
Well, I mean, we say that, but we've got, a pretty regular group. There's 6 of us that are on almost every night. And then during the raid, we have to rotate people. I mean, it's every Saturday, we're having, 8-9 people. And then during Iron Banner, we had 9 people all week. So it may not be the 40 people that you guys had in the past, but there's still a lot of people that are pretty active. Yeah.
I guess I was talking more, the general, the global
Yes.
you, not as far as the overall gaming community. That was kind of slipped out of the usual GRG focus and was talking more of the overall aspect. So
they really need to work on the weapons in the game, because it was a shame. I got my Nameless Midnight and Uriel's Gift pretty early on, and all I did since has been just upgrade to whatever light level is the current light level, because there's been no reason ever to use anything else. Just for shits and giggles, when I go around PvE, I use the one hand cannon. I forget the name of the Better Devils, because I just like the color of it. It looks pretty badass. But if I get serious, I gotta switch over to Nameless. It's just that's the way it was. There was no reason to ever switch, and it's a shame. And I hope they bring back. I know you mentioned they're going to work on snipers, and that's my favorite weapon. I love Destiny with sniping. Destiny 1 was my my favorite weapon to use, especially in PvP. And Destiny 2 just really, they fucked up snipers, and they fucked
snipers
up,
and shotguns.
Yeah, and PvP maps were brutal. There was no sniping lanes. So I'm looking forward to the change. I'll definitely be checking it back out because I got to show you how to use a hunter, since obviously you don't know how to play Destiny right at all. You don't have a hunter. I don't even know how that's possible. Why would you ever? I mean, there's hunters, and then there's everybody else.
I have like 51 hours in a hunter in Destiny 1, so I mean, it's not like one doesn't exist.
Obviously, you've been playing Destiny very wrong, because you should have all your hours in the hunter, and everybody else just sit in the corner neglected. Except for Arc Hunters, because they stop. That's for noobs. Real men.
They're definitely buffing the Arc staff, yeah. But that golden gun is supposed to be the big deal. Like we did the raid last weekend. I don't mean to take too much time on this one thing, but we had the golden guns. They had 2 golden guns and 2 tethers, and the other 2 of us, whatever. And we were dinking around for a couple of hours. And we beat it in seriously like 4 minutes with 2 golden guns. 4 minutes. Exactly,
because you had 2 hunters. And
we had 4 hunters, but 2 golden guns.
Oh, 4. Even better. I mean, really, you guys are, should have had done 2 minutes.
It was ridiculous. So now, yeah, I'm gonna rate like level a hunter and just see what I can do with it. Crazy.
All right,
for master class. So.
Well, hopefully, yeah, that'll be good. Hopefully, they get back on track. That'll be good to see.
Yeah, I need to get through the raid too. So one of these Saturdays, I'm gonna have to crash the raid, because I haven't done the second one yet.
Because God knows we all need another game to play. I mean,
Right.
Well, no, I dropped one I thought I was going to get. So we'll talk about that later.
All right. This one, I guess this one's my specialty here. A little bit of baseball news. Last week was baseball release week for the PlayStation and for PC. So Sony, their annual MLB The Show 18. We've talked a little bit about how a little bit of disappointment. They took out online franchise. They also took out season mode, which kind of sucked. I mean, looks better in 4K. They've improved Road to the Show, but they took a few features out. Kind of left the community a little bit fractured there, because with franchise you can't choose how many games. You have to play 162 or sim. So the season mode was what people use to play, 24, 32, 64, whatever, to shorten seasons up. So taking that out, I don't get that. I don't understand why. That's baffling. We'll see if they put something back in or what the deal is there. But I think the thing that really kind of ticked everybody off was it was unannounced. Nobody knew until they opened up their copy of the show. No season mode. They biffed it. So
yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I guess maybe there wasn't the numbers playing it.
But
the code's there. Why do you just yank out code? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Just kind of dumb. I mean, I can understand online franchise because you got to have servers for that. And if they're not, if they're not running the numbers there, but it's just these sports games are always going towards the monetized version. The Diamond Dynasty or the Madden Ultimate Team or whatever. I don't know. But if you are a real stats nerd, the real game for baseball came out for you this week as well, which was Out of the Park 19 from Out of the Park Developments. We have talked about this game before. I have done reviews on grg.com, on grimreapergamers.com for this game. Love it. It is a statistical-based fantasy. I mean, you can play different decades, different eras. You can start from the 1900s, whatever you want to do, and do a lot of what-if scenarios. They're going to be adding tournament mode later, and I'm going to be doing an interesting tournament idea I've got as soon as that comes out this summer. Great game. I haven't really dug into it yet. It just came out, but I will be getting into that the next couple weeks. You'll be seeing my review on grimreapergamers.com. So if you're a baseball fan, you got a PC. This simulation game, new 3D models, new 3D stadium models. You have nice graphics while you're watching the game, while you're managing the game, whatever. And the sim engine is unparalleled. Nothing comes close.
Now, is it like graphically, like, do you need to have like a big workhorse, or can you play it on like a lot of these guys have potato PCs?
No, you can really what you need something that can, that crunch the stats pretty well. But as far as the graphics, no, they're not they're 3D. They've got better player models, but still they're built to run on a lot of different graphic cards. You don't need a powerhouse graphic card. In fact, heck, some of our lower end laptops at home can handle this game easily. Really, the only processing power is the simulation number crunching. That's what you need processing power for this game. It is not the show in as far as it's not a graphical arcade or playable style game. You're managing. You're calling the shots. Double, out or infield outfield shifts. What kind? Pitch around, pitch out, whatever. You're calling the strategy. It's kind of like the old tabletop baseball games or the old micro league baseball, Status Pro on the tabletop. It's that kind of game. It's a sim, and it's great. So if you're into the sim aspect, that is the game for you, hands down. All right, a little hardware news. We've talked about the Atari box a couple times on this show. And at the Game Developers Conference last week, they revealed the new name, the Atari VCS. They are bringing back the Video Computer System name that they used from the 2600 on. So the Atari VCS is the new name for the Atari box. We got new controller design, which looks a lot like the Xbox controller, very similar. And now I'd put in the notes, not much else. And then today, a Q&A came out, and the head of Atari revealed the specs. So we are looking at something comparable. They're talking something comparable to a higher-end PC laptop. 4K, HDR, 60 frames, AMD x86 architecture. Onboard and expandable storage. And we're talking a Linux-based system with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and USB 3.0. I'm going to admit, I was surprised. I thought this was going to be a little more retro and going to be a lot less powered.
Yeah, I expected this to be the mini NES, SNES, or whatever. And it looks like they're actually not having this be the gaming be the main focus of this device. So it's going to be more of a home theater PC style thing. So if you want to run your Netflix, your Hulu, and all that stuff through there, that's what this thing's geared for. And obviously they're running at 4K HDR, 60 frames per second. And then I also read that you'll be able to go in, and if you're so inclined, you can edit and customize the Linux OS, make it more of a PC. So you can have more of a PC environment instead of whatever they offer. So I guess it's almost going to be like a Xbox Media Center, that those devices. And at least that's what they're shooting for. They obviously put games on it, but I don't think that's the main focus.
Yeah, they've definitely got a dual front here. Home entertainment, gaming. They want to have some retro. Sounds like they're going to remaster some of their stuff and bring that back, and offer. They even mentioned the possibility of cooperating with Steam.
Yeah. With
this, so it'll be interesting to see where they go with this. I'm a little more intrigued now. Obviously, next month or so, I think they're talking maybe some price point information and stuff coming out in the next month or so. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of traction they gain with all this.
Yeah, from what I saw, I thought I read somewhere it's going to be about 200, which is going to be tough.
260, I thought that's what I saw. Didn't I see a 260 somewhere on that?
This article towards the end said around 250 to 300 speculation.
250, 300, yeah. Right, yep.
I mean, you had the 4K where the Slim doesn't. But the Slim could do so much more. And that's what I mean. I really like the Xbox 4, and it is just all the stuff it offers besides gaming. Like you can watch your TV and everything through there. It has the enhanced stuff for the TV guide, the Hulu, Amazon, all that wonderful fun stuff.
Yeah, but if you could get all your apps on this Linux base.
I want to switch over to Sony View to watch for my TV, but obviously there's no Xbox app for it. Because I want to just stay in that Xbox. I want to turn my Xbox on, turn my TV on, and be done. Mm-hmm. Have access to everything, and that's just not going to be the case with that. But can't have it all.
No, not usually. Although they're getting closer, but it'll be interesting to see. So I guess gonna be interesting to see when the release is going to be and what kind of reception we get out of this. It's gonna. I think it got a lot more intriguing after today's Q&A.
Yeah,
and hopefully it's not vaporware. All right, releasing tomorrow. Well, actually, by the time you get this cast, it'll probably be yesterday. We're recording a little bit early, so the time frames are getting screwy. But releasing on the 27th of March, Far Cry 5. I watched some streams of this, and the co-op looks really cool. I mean, I think, and some are calling it the best Far Cry game so far.
Yeah, Lala, you first.
So, I mean, I guess to me, I saw some streamers playing. Some of the big time streamers got it early, and I watched a few, like Sheriff Eli. He was, they were playing, having a lot of fun, and it looked really cool. I mean, it looks like, it definitely has that, still has that vibe of Far Cry, kind of like what Just Cause kind of takes a little further, even with all the grappling hooks and shit. But, the openness and all the enemy, all the places you can go and stuff, it looked really cool to me. I'm looking forward to this, especially for co-op.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys GRG getting this. There's definitely quite a few. So getting a co-op room with this is going to be pretty easy. But yeah, this isn't my style game. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what's the? I don't know. I don't mean to bash on a new game that probably is going to be something that's good for the community, but I kind of play as a redneck and run away from a bear. Sorry, but that's kind of what I see.
Well,
I'm like,
they sold me using a shovel as a spear. I watched.
One was it the cow on the bull mission where you have to inseminate the cow? Isn't that one of the missions?
Maybe, I don't know. I stayed away from. I was watching something where kind of hitting the side quests a lot more and trying to avoid some story stuff.
I don't know. I'm sure it'll do great, and I'm sure that there's a whole bunch of buzz on it right now because I think it's dropping at
midnight.
By the time we get up tomorrow, by the time we get up on Tuesday, as we're recording on Monday, people will be playing it. But I don't know. It's not me.
Yeah, I think we got some. We do have a group that's looking for a co-op game.
Oh, we have a ton of people.
Yep.
That's all you, Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, Jammer.
Yeah, I think I lean a little more towards the co-op than the rest of you guys. So yeah, I can see where it's going to hit me a little more than. And Jammer, I know he's getting it.
Yep.
Or he's got it pre-ordered.
He was the one that was talking about it online.
Yep.
So he
and Balik, and I know a number of others. I think Craig was even thinking about getting it. I mean, quite a few.
Yep.
There's a ton to do. I saw there's fishing. You go hunting and all sorts of things you can do. I guess it's very similar to like a Grand Theft Auto, but
out in the woods with bears, and dogs, and rednecks,
and wolves.
wolves. Yeah.
Well, here's what I saw.
Nebraska.
Here's what I saw.
Like, finally, this is real life.
I saw a lot of potential for screwing things up. And let's face it, if that's not a game that doesn't have GRG written all over it, I don't know what is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has our brand on it.
All right. We do have, apparently the last episode of Telltale Games, Batman, The Enemy Within. Now, Telltale makes some great games. I have not played the Batman series yet, but they make some really great games. More that old-style adventure game. Really scratches that old-style adventure PC game itch. And so the last episode of Batman, The Enemy Within, their second Batman offering, drops tomorrow on every major outlet.
Yes, my son really, really liked the Minecraft version of Telltale. Their story. I think
Minecraft Story Mode. My kids did too. Yeah, they loved it.
And some other friends of mine that don't happen to be GRG members were like, "Oh my God, have you blah blah blah? This is really cool." And I'm like, I kind of didn't know it was out there.
I'm going to make Johnny pay $10 every time he plays a soundbite.
You started this shit tonight.
I can do it. I'm allowed to.
You're the one that started this.
So I guess I plan to do this. I'll probably do it with my son because the unfortunate thing about Batman is I think that one's kind of PG-13 or darker, but
I think
I'll probably preview the first one and take a look.
Well, it has to be a good title. I mean, obviously, first off, it's a Batman game, so we all know it's going to be good. If this was like another hero like that fraud Superman, it'd be...
Listen to this crap.
Well, I mean, we all know that Batman beat up Superman.
Don't you have an Xbox? Don't you have the Xbox app to try to wade through right now? I mean, shit. Maybe keep you occupied for the next half hour.
I want to get to my clubs. Why would you take me to my clubs?
Lala just likes stirring it up.
Oh, of
She knows
course.
that I grew up with Superman.
Oh no,
Smallville.
this one's me.
You're a
This one's
Superman
me
fan
that he.
too?
Oh, I thought that was directed at me.
No. This is always me. No, the Superman shit's always directed at me.
So wait, Valiant doesn't play a hunter and is a Superman fan. There's no hope
the
for
list
you.
goes
There's
on.
no hope
Yeah,
for
I know. I mean, I like
Little
Batman.
Rock.
He's just not Superman.
A little rock beats Superman. A little tiny pebble.
Little rock from the core of a planet that blew the fuck up. But
Batman made his own. I read it in a comic book. He made his own.
oh, for God's
He never
sake.
shot at him, and Batman beat the snot out of him.
What other superhero, and I digress, but what other superhero pretends to be a human, right? Like Superman's really him, and
He's jealous
Clark
of
Kent is
Batman.
made
That's
up.
why he wants to be a human. He's jealous of Batman. I understand. Okay, moving on.
All of these other superheroes, they come up with a made-up name when they're super. That's the made-up version of them. Superman's the real guy pretending to be human.
Yet
I mean-
Telltale did not make a game for Superman because it'd be boring.
Not
No one
yet.
cares.
Batman's a guy that just got shit at Home Depot. I mean,
You know what? I think we ought to take a poll. Where's Jammer? He did a Twitter poll.
Yeah.
Who's better, Batman or Superman?
And you know,
Send all your hate mail to our email address. What's our email address, Johnny?
ReaperCast at GrimReaperGamers.com. Good call out. All right, let's get over to.
Italian's demon. I was shooting for Johnny. I got 2. That's even better. 2 with 1 stone. This is great.
All right, let's bring up Lala's Rage a little further. We got Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves came out last week. Quite a few GRG are playing. I enjoy it. I think it's open world. It's chaotic. It's fun. I mean, and it's way different than a lot of the shit out there. So I thought it was a good game. I mean, it's a good game. It's going to be event driven. I'm sure it's going to be one of those things where you have events popping up here and there, and the people are going to come back. Like most games are becoming now, event driven. This event here, this event there, new piece of stuff here, some new stuff there. But very open world, very what you make it, which is kind of interesting. It's a little more, if you want to kind of go out in a one-person ship and run around, you can. If you want to get together with 4 others or 3 others, you can. I would not play this with randoms. I'll tell you that right now.
no.
No,
Zero
play any
chance.
games at random,
Way
so
too
we
much
don't
griefing opportunity. Way too much.
We put Jammer in the brig
Yeah.
first day.
We do it to ourselves and we like each other. I mean, shit.
I saw that video. You guys put that on the homepage.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
It's a very interesting, very fun game. I enjoy it. I think it's a hell of a lot of fun, and I think we've got a pretty good base in GRG that's enjoying the game as well.
Yes, we do. We actually have quite a few. Probably about like 30 plus members playing it throughout the day.
Yep.
PC and Xbox.
Yeah, I've seen as many as 10 or 15 concurrent players in that at a time, which is a lot. And probably more than Call of Duty right now, which is, I think, still the number 1 game for us, right?
I don't know about that, but yeah, it's a big game.
The battle royales are right up there. I think
That's the hotness
maybe
right now.
PUBG and Fortnite are taking that mantle currently. I think they've got our real attention, but Call of Duty is still right up there. I mean, World War II was a great game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can easily get a team going with that. But
As long as we don't
Yeah,
go
what
to
do I
jetpacks and
think
wall
of,
running.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about that. I mean, the whole... Oh, you don't like it. Imagine that.
Well, I've been constipated since this game came out, so now's my turn to shit all over it.
Jesus.
You know what? So thankfully, I wisely did I canceled my pre-order and wisely did the Xbox Game Pass trial for 14 days. So I got that for free. So I got to download and play for free. I have no idea what the point of this game is, what it's trying to be, and what's fun about it, because I'm playing this game. I couldn't think of anything else I want to do other than not play this game. In fact, I hated it so much, I uninstalled and canceled my Game Pass, my trial Game Pass a week early. I was like, I'm out. I'm done. Played it 2-3 nights. I'm over it. I don't get the point of the missions. Like, basically, we were going out, we get a mission, a quest, go to an island, dig up a treasure, return with that treasure. Maybe you kill a skeleton or two, a cobra or two, and that's about it. In fact, most of the times they're like, oh, you need the 4 people to do it, take care of the ship, to do that. No, I just literally, I joined one lobby with a couple guys. I sat there and didn't do it. They navigated, they took care of the sales. They got there. 2 guys did it all because they were busybodies, because God forbid they let anybody else do anything. And the one guy would like use the cannon, rocket over to the island to get there first, to dig it up. Before you can even get to the island, he already got the treasure dug up and is returning. So I'm like, where's the fun in this? What am I supposed to be doing that's enjoyable? And it's over and over and over and over again. I mean, I can go into some of the things I liked about the game. I mean, I think the game looks fantastic. I think the artwork is incredible. I really like the cartoon style of the game. The characters look really neat. Water is fantastic. I mean,
it's kind of like Fortnite in its kind of cartoony feel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, although there is contrast, like the environments are not that cartoony. The characters are, but the environments themselves, like the water, the islands, all that stuff, is just magnificent and more artistic, not cartoony.
Fair enough. Yes.
I have a whole list of negatives if we want to go there.
Do we want to go there?
Go ahead. I'm sure Rigon's gonna be sending and replying to this in the thread.
I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail for this, but that's what I get. I get hate mail. I get hate PMs, and I'm used to it by now.
To me, I thought it was a lot of fun. Now, what you have to do, you're building up your quest. You're trying to build up your reputation with the gold hoarders or the merchants or whoever. So you're running these quests for them. I guess I had maybe a better cooperative crew. I don't know. I mean, we were all hitting the, adjusting the sails. We had, usually you leave one guy to steer. But the others, bringing the anchors up and stuff, checking out things, a couple guys would go up to Crow's Nest or whatever, and you double check all these things, to make sure that, as you're navigating and stuff. Now to me, teamwork is more of a key, because if you're not, you're going to run into a rock easily and wreck your boat. I mean, I've seen that happen with so many that have been doing that it's if you're not cooperating, you're screwing things up.
Yeah, I just, I didn't see the need. I mean, we were in the 4-person ship, and I think really only needed 2 people to navigate with it, just get around. And I don't know. I know, like, with the combat, like, I feel the combat was designed for like the Wii U, with the Wii U controllers. Like, it's so basic. It's so, with the sword fights, you can swing, and then lunge. When you have the pistols, you load the pistol, you fire it, you kill the enemy. It's just very basic. And the enemies weren't very scary. I was never concerned about dying or getting hurt. I'd see skeletons come up. Okay, 5 skeletons are chasing me. I'll shoot what I can, and I'll stab the rest and grab my box, and we'll leave. Also, we can go to the mysterious person, the mysterious stranger, and they tell you, okay, you're level 5, get to level 10. You're level 10, get to level 15. Go fuck off. I'm going to tell you the biggest thing that bothered me, besides for the repetition of the voyages, was no voice acting. And the fact that there's no voice acting in this game is criminal. I mean, it's just, this game screams for it, and that voice acting would add that next level of immersion into the game. And you walk up to the NPCs like, hey, and then you got to read text. I'm like, are we back in like Pokemon on the Game Boy Advance? I don't get. You play other games with fully immersed. Voice acting, everything's voice acted. All the quests are done, explained to you with a voice actor. This one doesn't have any of it. And I was blown away. I'm like, is there something wrong? Do I not have a setting on? Is my audio screwed up? Oh, no, that's just the way it is. I'm like, there's not much to this game to begin with, and you left out, I feel, a critical piece to it. And
I will agree with you on that one. There should have been some voice acting.
That was when I was out and I was done. I'm like, okay, this is just not the game for me. It's upsetting because I think they have an idea that could do pretty well. You know, people want to play as pirates. They want to do the co-op stuff, the teamwork with running a pirate ship and going around fighting other teams. It's a good idea. I just think that they need to add a lot more depth, like character depth, different weapons. I think even if they added different like skill lines, you know, you have like a tank guy, or you have different level of fighters, maybe a swashbuckler or something, or I don't know, like classes, you know, just different level. I think it's just too basic, and I feel that this game is
progression. There's no progression.
It's built for an Xbox X, but it plays like it's on your mobile phone, like your iPhone.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. So, yeah, I've watched other people. I watched some streams of Twitch, and I've seen like some YouTube. I haven't actually played it, so I will admit that. But I'm making a bold prediction that unless they do something to make it more interesting, make some actual progression, it won't make it to May. It's just
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a good idea. It just didn't finish. I don't get, like, I guess the hype was all built up. They had so many betas. I was like, this is going to be something a lot more involved. I guess I expected like an MMO light style game. Well, the Kraken was, I don't know. We sailed into the Kraken and we shot cannons at it. The next thing you know, it let us go and we sailed away. Like,
it was supposed to be a big deal. It was nothing but some tentacles that you could sail into and sail away from. I didn't play the game, but I saw the video. I posted the video, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. So I got rid of my trial and I'm done with it. I moved on.
I think right now, the progression is there. It's with the gold dealers, the gold hoarders, and the others. The merchants, the gold hoarders, and I can't remember the third group. But
that's not character development. That's just kind of like overall game progression.
Right. And that's kind of where you're sitting, and increases your, it changes and improves your quests that you get. You're building up your quests. So, and I guess what I like about it is this is going to be one that doesn't lose you. Some of these games, the big complaint is if you don't just spend a shit ton of time right off the bat and devote all your time to it, you're gonna fall behind and have trouble catching up. I think the nice quality of this game is that that's really not there. You're still going to be able to jump in and play and progress, and it's not going to require you to, you're not going to feel like you're so far out of the game if you take a couple weeks off to play something else. You can come back in and still pick up where you left off and keep on improving and keep building up your stature, your reputation. And that's what I really enjoy about it, because sometimes you get a streak where a couple weeks you're not able to play much. It's nice to have a game where I'm not feeling like shit, I can't join in with anybody or I'm dragging them down.
Yeah, no, because you'll go in and be able to play whatever new content comes out, whatever the raid is. You can jump right over to it, no matter if you bought the game that day or have been playing for 5 months.
So that's the appeal to me. And I think they're going to be adding stuff, and it's going to be one of these heavily event-driven games, where players come back en masse when something new's added or a new event comes out or something. I think that's what this is going to be, is one of those perpetual event-driven games where you're going to see player base kind of ebb and flow.
Oh, sure.
Pun semi-intended. So actually, pun wasn't terribly intended, but when I realized I was about to make it, I went with it. But I think it's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be one of those that you just come back to now and then. A nice one to kind of fit in between other game offerings, because all of a sudden spring has become a hotbed for releases.
Sure. The titles that can't compete with the Call of Duties or Battlefields, Destiny, that come out.
Well,
And,
yeah,
I
but
don't mean it's a bad thing.
It used to be February to July didn't have shit.
Like, it's hard to compete with Call of Duty. That's always going to sell, or Battlefield, or whatever. Those games that come out in the fall, they'll always sell. So if you have a game that's new, like a Sea of Thieves, people may not look at it in the fall, but when it's springtime, when there's different games out, or people are getting bored of Call of Duty, they're looking for something different. That's when it's great for games like that. I think springtime games are perfect. I mean, once you pass like January, February, you're looking for something new to play. It's a perfect time to release a title.
That's some good strategy there too, saying, hey, if we have a game that we're not sure if it's a new idea, good time to test it, as opposed to, getting lost in the September to December crowd. Because that's when
a hard time to release a title that if you're not a major player, you're going to be in trouble, and it's probably going to hurt your game sales. And a lot of these games that are multiplayer only, and you don't have the population, you're going to fizzle out before Christmas anyway. So you might as well wait a few months, release it when people are looking for something new, and hopefully get that population you want to succeed and continue that game.
And give it a shot. Yeah, good stuff.
Well, and like I said, it's nice to not have a dearth of games from February through July now. We're starting to see more come in there. I think we're seeing some solid offerings. I mean, Far Cry 5, Sea of Thieves, Red Dead Redemption's going to be coming out. I mean, or no, wait a minute, that got moved to fall.
that got pushed out.
That one got pushed. Yeah, it's Rockstar. Whoops. State of Decay is another one that'll be out. Another solid title that'll be out. This spring, we're starting to see more.
Yeah,
starting to see more come out at that point, and it's good to see.
Yeah, I mean, look at Far Cry 5. I mean, how well would that done in October, facing like the big titles? And it's a fantastic game that people are going to love to play. It's going to sell more now than I think if it was at that time frame, competing, all for the same, few weeks before Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, you got so many. I mean, you have a lot of games in the fall that get lost in the shuffle anyway.
Yeah,
so it's good to see these things get, these releases happen now, so they're not. I mean,
I prefer year-round stuff, just because in another few months you'll want something else, and that's why I'm glad Elder Scrolls is coming out, and I think it's June 5th. I think that's what that Summerset was, which is perfect. It's like, okay, summertime hits, and not much is being released. There you go. Here's a big giant add-on to our game. Sweet, it's perfect for me. I called them up and I said, I use my GRG cloud. And,
okay. Oh Lordy. All right. So I mean, obviously, Sea of Thieves isn't for everybody. It's gonna be a certain type of gamer. It does have good traction with GRG. I think that's. I think a lot of people are looking for something different, and this gave something new, or a newer experience. Not as much Me Too as some of these titles are getting, especially with the Battle Royale front. God,
I think that's what's nice.
That hard.
The Battle Royale front.
God. Send your hate mail over pronunciation to ReaperCast at GrimReaperGamers.com, please.
I think that those game styles are going to be the new hotness, like the Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 1, because it's easy for a developer to design. Hey, I build one map and one simple game mode. Everybody's going to be doing that, so we're going to see a ton of those games. I know there was like a 400-player game set to come out soon. I forget what. So that's the new hotness, and it's just something that's simple. So it's real quick. They can bang them out very, very fast.
It's the video gaming equivalent of reality TV, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's they're cheap to make, and the even if they get 3/4 of the sales that you get with the other games, it doesn't cost $1 billion to produce.
can bang it up quickly. And then if they look at how Fortnite does things, that game is just ridiculous. They're making so much money with that game. So many people are playing it. It's out of control.
It's video game comfort food, is what it is. I mean, it's not huge. You know, it's not huge substance, but it's comfortable and it's great and it's fun. I say that complimentary. It's a fun game mode. It's great. You know, another pick up and play type of title. You're not falling behind. If I take a couple weeks off for vacation or whatever, I can come back and play with you guys and I'm not screwed. And I think that's what a lot of people.
A couple weeks vacation for you,
Jammer. Ask him about it while he's peeing out the boulder. Oh, you broke it. I think you broke it, Lala. You done busted.
No vacation for you. That didn't come through?
Your did, but Fired never made it.
Ah,
you broke it. You broke it.
Poor Jammer goes on vacation, comes back for one episode, and then he's gone again being sick.
Well, he didn't make it back the episode. He was on vacation
he didn't
last
make it back
show.
in time?
Well, no, I mean this was the episode he was supposed to be back for, and he got leveled. So, all right, let's go ahead and wrap this baby up. We got about an hour in. Valiant, thank you very much for picking up. I appreciate it. And Jammer, get well soon. And Jack as well. Thank you for helping out, helping make this cast what it is. So I think we had a pretty decent show, even though we were very divided on Sea of Thieves. So, all right. Welcome to new members of the clan. We're still getting people in. I don't remember the last time we put a recruitment post out.
Our Google foo is strong.
Yes, it is. The SEO is with us.
Oh, yes.
Next show will be recorded around the 10th of April. So be looking for that around the 11th. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/Grim Reaper Gamers. Our Twitter is grgamers.com. Spell out the DOT. And don't forget that email address, because Lala can't pronounce Royale. ReaperCast@grimreapergamers.com. So thanks, guys, for being on. And for Valiant and Jack, we're going to say stay safe, have a great next couple weeks, and always, never game alone.
I no time for the jibber jabber.